Hello everybody, this is Matador again from freetradingvideos.com. It's still Tuesday, July 14th, at least on the east coast of the United States. Seeing a very interesting market action day. A lot of the rules being followed very closely. All this market action, you can see it very clearly. So watch some of these symmetrical triangles we've been forming. Nice little gap up, filled that gap this morning. A little bit of an area right there to watch. Ran up even higher and then sold off and did a greater than 100% retracement of that initial gap. However, we did hold up on a swing low into the support area from yesterday, and then made a lower swing high after 100% retracement plus some. That's not atypical. Then higher low, lower high, and then break. All right, so a little bit of a break here. Wasn't the biggest volume print on that break, so that wasn't too terrible. Some resistance then can go in at the apex of this. And we did see a beautiful stall on the way back up. If I zoom in a little bit, great resistance once, twice, three times. Breaks out of that even, runs to the next logical spot of resistance on that chart, which was right through here, almost to the penny. Very good. So that swing high. Then we had this area also being tested. So rules being followed every time. Resistance, resistance. Nice pop. Pulling back now to an area of support, this swing low now, and we're working our way into another high base situation. So this is right around, again, 12:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:08. Excuse me. So this whole thing, this 90-60 area, coincides beautifully with some resistance, and you can see it beautifully on a 15-minute chart or a 60. A little bit easier on a 60-minute chart to see. And our next logical spot of resistance on this chart is $91 even, plus a little bit for a perfect beginning of a gap fill. We'll have this to work through as well on the way up, and the round number of 92. Those are our resistances on the way back up. If I zoom in a little bit, and this is going to be scrunched up, this descending triangle that broke was troublesome for us. So I'm going to zoom back out and back this chart up. There you go. So this nice low base that broke, this whole area, that's what we've been fighting right now. And the markets are trading at 90.60, just past this 90.50 area that was that swing high. So we're chewing our way past this, thus paving the way for the next move up to 91. That is a fantastic high base situation and a break of that resistance area at the 90.50 mark that we drew in. Resistance, blam, right at the open. Nobody's going to buy long into the face of overhead resistance on an up gap when most people are taking profits if they're positioned well, right? It's only after a few touches of that resistance is tested away, and again that paves the way for a move up into the future, and that's what we're seeing now is part of that confidence building, right? Again, take that in the context of where we are in the broad markets. This $91 mark is right there. Hang on a second, right there. And that coincides almost perfectly with that gap fill that we mentioned a little bit ago, and also the overhead 50 moving average on the daily. So again, be careful how you go along in here. You just need to be wary of those things. Let's take a look at the trend. 0.89 right now. It's been right around this neutral range and 0.8 all day long. So again, that's not the most bullish scenario. And the trend Q as well at 0.79, that's right around the neutral range as well. Getting into the bullish zone, but not quite perfect. And the VIX is beautiful. Right, so it's bleeding out again and basing on its low. If we see a run up in price, we would want to see also a corroboration with a sell-off in the VIX. Excellent stuff. The bank, kind of just basing right here as well, not lending its super support. And Goldman Sachs has just been chopping around, made a run at the 150 mark, not once but a few times. That was a significant area of resistance for him. Ran right up to 151. If you'll remember from before, I'll show you this. That was a pretty good area of resistance on this chart. 151 coincides with this previous swing high back here. I have to get a longer term chart, even longer than that. There he is. So 151, this swing high back in here. We always had this 150 mark, and so he's been chopping around, vacillating between the 150 and 151 area all day long. As I zoom in here, and now we're seeing even more of a little bit of a sell-off back to this level of support. It's perfect. Again, from yesterday, again, and again. So be careful below 148.50. Be careful above 159 for going long and short. Everything else is a bit of a consolidation. So very cool. Just wanted to throw that out to you and show you relative strength and weakness stock. And hope you guys are having a great trading day. Look forward to D7's video this afternoon. And if you haven't seen our newsletter yet, give it a shot. It's worth its weight in gold. And put a lot of time into that thing. So anyway, check it out. So hope you guys are, again, having a great day. And I'll be talking at you.